Yeah, this is gonna be another slaughter. Because Merfolks usually like playing against a combo deck, and living in this basically a combo deck. The combo is though a one card. I cascade into a one card. Did I win?
Yeah, pretty much. It can be tough.
No, I think Merfolk, especially this Merfolk, has it easy after the sideboard.
Like, absolutely. Especially after a sideboard, yes. But even like main deck, you have free flare denials here. If you hold up Sync in hand, you win.
And then you have Tisha's Tidebinders.
Yeah, free in the main deck, yeah. You will... Yeah, I can't see Merfolk having a hard time here. They might, but probably not, no.
In the first game, there's the possibility that they don't draw any flares, and then they get like subtlety for the Tisha's Tidebinder. That's always a possibility. But
I remember... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but the sideboard has 3 chalices, 3 consigned to memories, and 3 force of negations, so... Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I was talking with a Merfolk player like during this tournament, and I remember them telling me about the one Gloom Lake Verge Splash. I was like, oh yeah, just take 2 less damage from Dismember if needed at some time. It's fine. Seems fine.
Yeah, I think most when
it can come up.
Yeah, because normally I've seen 2 Gloom Lake Verges, so I was surprised only about 1. But of course, I'm not a Merfolk player.
Yeah, no, it was completely new to me. Like, totally new to me.
Yeah,
cool.
I've seen, because the Gloom Lake is just basically an island.
Yeah, it is.
Only when it's the worst is when opponent plays a Blood Moon for some reason. That's the only time.
I remember playing this matchup when I was playing Is It Wizards against Merfolk, and I did keep the Blood Moons in just because it turned off their Cavernous Souls and Mutavaults that I didn't have to think about it then. It was actually quite relevant for me.
No, yeah, true.
But that is like, I don't see like a Boros Energy ever bringing Blood Moons in this matchup type of thing. But
surprising.
Yeah, shockingly. But the Wizard deck, it felt kind of like a free include anyways, so I enjoyed it. Is this a roll to 5 from Living End?
Yes.
Ouch.
Is it roll to 6 or 5? I don't. Yeah,
it's
it
like
seems
they're
to be
still thinking of a second card.
Roll to 5. Yeah.
Ouch.
As I said, this is gonna be a slaughter, and now this is gonna be even bigger slaughter.
Probably.
Like having, maybe you can.
Drawing when you have a Surveil is kind of rough also. Because you can't immediately cycle.
Yeah, you cannot get it like out of the way.
We have Curator and.
There's
probably at least 1 more land.
Would you
I
imagine?
hope a Cascader.
Yeah, with the 5 you can, with the good top decks, you can try probably 2 times the Living End. Oh, there's only 1 lander for the Merfolks.
Oh, that changes things.
That might change some things.
Definitely.
Of course, the Merfolk player doesn't need the mana for the interaction, like flares, and the Tisha's Tidebinder can be dropped from wild still. But still, putting your wild to 3 can be sometimes not beneficial. And they put another life counter.
Yeah, makes sense. Cycle first also makes sense.
Well, now the subtlety doesn't really do anything when your opponent doesn't have lands to cast spells.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if they shock here. No, just well, yeah. I could have seen a shock get cycle ends, I guess, but this also makes sense.
Yeah, I think you only get the 3rd land if you have the Cascader already, just to ensure that you have the 3rd land. Or if you wanna go for that, yeah, I'm gonna top deck it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah. I don't know if they have the Cascade. I haven't seen the hand yet.
I
That's a good bid.
I would imagine they don't if they did this line. Because now would be the perfect time to go for it.
Yeah, exactly. But
Just-
doesn't look like they have it.
Because now there's only the possibility of Flare of Denial, not Tishanast Binder, and so there's the least amount of things that they can do at the moment.
Yeah. I don't know how much this Living End player has played against this Merfolk player, but they might not know about the main deck Tidebinders. I don't think that is very common. It might be. I just haven't kept up to date with Merfolk lists.
Surprisingly, there have I.
Yeah. But I haven't seen them a lot in main decks. Yeah, totally makes sense, as your opponent is playing just one land vial game still.
Yeah, it's a 4-mana do nothing at the moment.
It is a free flyer, I guess.
The freest of fishes.
Yes.
Basically, like nothing was used, and you got 2-1, the best fish in the deck. Silvergill Adept.
Oh, second vial. Let's go.
I think that is one of the best top decks. For the
Oh yeah,
fish.
that or land 2.
Yeah. Well, blue land, because another Mutavolt.
yeah.
Well, the other Mutavolt would still like enable Mutavolt attacks.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not, basically a mana source.
Yes. This is technically a mana source, just a slow one.
I'm gonna say that Aether Vial is a mana source because it technically just cheats out mana.
Yes.
It's just different way. It doesn't give a mana, but does something else with the mana.
Yeah. It's like they still don't have it. I think they only have free surveils, so maybe just get tapped.
Yeah, every turn.
Get a Shockblade tapped. It's not looking great.
There's not the how many basics does the Living End player play?
2 in this list.
Is the Forest and the Island?
Yes. No, you never played Plains. You don't have any other white cards except Ardent Plea.
Yeah. I'm surprised not to see the Forest. Because you're still playing against Merfolk.
That is true.
So
Yeah.
there's gonna be... I think it's 4.
I guess you still have...
The what's the change everything into islands?
What's... sorry.
Magus of the Flood Moon.
Yes. Harbinger of the Seas.
Yes.
Bounce the Vial is interesting. Makes sense. Slows them down a little, but that is also like 7 power in play already.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I would be...
Now it's just 5 power in play.
I'm not sure if I would be happy to see the Flare, because if your opponent is willing to use the Flare at that point, I would take it as a hint that there is another one.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the land.
Land 2?
So there's again 7 power.
Again, yeah, absolutely. 7 power again.
So 2 turn clock, and I would imagine the Merfolks has.
Don't do... Okay.
Yeah, I would imagine they have.
Well, I guess if they have a Lord, they just win next turn anyways. Because you put the second vial up to 2 and just swing for more than 8.
Yeah.
And surely they have some free drop in hand.
Yeah, it did probably something like Tisha's Tidebinder.
Yeah, which would hit this Cascade trigger right now. Yep, looks like it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, the first using the Flare for the petty theft kind of signal that there's something kind of interaction here.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah, because like it also, well, I guess it's kind of worse putting the Borrower in the bin in this matchup technically, but it also does put it in the bin, which is kind of sometimes relevant.
But yeah, if you don't win the first game as Living End against Merfolks, you're gonna have a bad time next 2 games, because 3 chalices, 3 consigns, and 3 forces.
Yeah, it looks rough.
Yeah, like you have something like Teferi, but if your opponent has Chalice for 0, it's like, okay. Then what? The Teferi dies to the onboard attackers.
I don't even know what I would bring here.
As the living
on
end player.
the living end side, I mean, yeah.
Let's see, I'll open the list.
Disputes, I guess, but that's literally it. Like nothing else looks great. I guess the second bar is fine.
I would is it Foundation Breaker? 2 Teferis I would bring, because you must bring them.
Yeah. You need to be able to play solo game, I guess, or like not have your opponent have interaction. Even then, just Vile, what's it called? Vile Tidebinder still might do the trick.
Yeah. But yeah, there could be a yeah.
The breaker. Yeah.
I was also thinking about the Foundation Breaker. It's more.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's more. I don't know what they're getting rid of.
Well, Vile, and that's it.
No,
I don't think there is any other.
I mean.
Oh yeah, like siding out. Yeah.
And well, 3 Endurance is easy.
Yeah.
Is it 3 Endurance? 3 Force of Negations probably.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So it would be they would bring like Brazen Borrower, 2 Mystical Disputes, 2 Teferis, and a Foundation Breaker. Is what I would imagine.
Makes sense.
Oh no, there's Endurance still.
Interesting. I mean, it is a free 4.
It's a 3/4. That's completely true. Yeah, maybe
it has pretty good stats for this. As long as there is no Island Walk, of course.
Yeah, because maybe I'm just thinking about too much of the combo, and maybe the living end player is thinking about going more of a mid-range plan of using 3.
They usually do game 2 and 3, like this player specifically. Sometimes they just go for like the flash value game, just trying to dodge the hate pieces.
I've never played living end, so I wouldn't know how to play it.
Yeah,
I know how to play against it, some like a little bit.
Yes. I don't think I haven't not played the deck either, but to me it just seems like it's also just games 2 and 3, like almost any combo-ish as like a rare deck you might have to consider what your opponent is going to bring to stop you, and you can theoretically just change your game plan to just go like kind of mid-range value. Or you can also try and what's it called? You can also just still try and be the problem, so to say.
Well, you are always the problem because you have the basically a button to say I have a living and do something.
Yes.
But yeah, here we can
just knowing like the Merfolk has 12 pieces of interaction that you know about, like it's just, or like 12 ways to shut down living end immediately. More after, or like not 12 in the main, of course, 6 in the main and 9 more in the side. It's just, it seems impossible to ever resolve living end here.
Yeah, if you don't grind out the hand first.
Yeah. Which is what they might have to do.
But yeah, here we can see the power of Floodpit's Drowner. I really love the card. I think it's one of the best designed cards for a long time. Of course, a little bit biased.
It's really nice. It's also so nice that it has Vigilance, because you can still like tap their thing, swing in for 2, and then shuffle it away if you still need to.
It's just, I think the Vigilance...
It feels so good.
The Vigilance is so random in the card. Like,
I think it's just... I get what it's for. It's just so good, though.
Yeah, it's so good. Of course, I always love it. It's so good to have it with Vigilance, but I don't know why it has it.
So it can hit for 2 before it shuffles away.
Yeah.
That is why it has it.
Yeah, but a blue creature with Vigilance, that's a 2/1. What?
Oh, well, yeah, true. If you look at it that way, yeah, makes sense.
I understand it synergizes with the ability.
Yeah.
But this is a
lot of power.
Yeah, that's an 8 hit if nothing happens.
Yes.
Cycle Curator.
That doesn't look great.
I think the living end player...
Rainforest?
I think the living player... Yeah, they have a sync, but they cannot sync now because they use the blue.
Yes.
But they have Petty Theft? Yeah.
Looks like it, yeah. That helps a little.
Yeah, it takes off 2 damage.
Yeah, the Island Walk here is still super rough.
Yeah, because next turn there is potential lethal. Of course, with Sync it might not be, but because you don't get like rid of them indefinitely.
Yeah.
They can just play it again next turn, and again the living end player is again in a trouble.
Yeah, if they shock Temple Garden here, if they have like only Ardent Plea right now, that would be also rough. Ooh. Tap land, okay. In-face Surveil. Does not look good.
Yeah, living end would have been the best thing to do, even though there's...
Yeah, but even there's probably a flare.
Yeah, of course, but...
It still takes some power away from the board.
Because there's no creatures in the graveyard for Merfolks at the moment.
Yes.
So it would be a sweep and get Curator and that.
Breaker.
Yeah. It's not a huge board, but it's mainly destroy... Wrath of God, I get something.
Yes, which most of the time could be enough.
But of course, because we don't see the living end, we don't even... we presume that Merfolk would have had answer anyway, because holy shit, that is so many answers. They were thinking about something.
Yeah, for sure.
At the moment, they know there's gonna be a little amount of damage with 2 lords.
Yeah.
Because it's 4-3, 4-3, and 3-3 Island Walk attacking when they play the lord.
Yes. That's 11 damage. I guess if they hold a Sync, it's still... Well, no, it's not enough, of course. No, wait, it is.
Yeah, because the lord loses
yeah, that's 8 damage only, so that buys a turn, but...
No, the lord loses Island Walk, so it's only 6 damage.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna be... They're probably gonna play the second lord again from hand.
And if you sync...
That got pretty tapped.
And if you sync the lord that didn't attack, the other...
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. But still 6 damage, and next turn 6 damage again. So... The situation
at best, it's by a turn.
Yeah, and presuming they don't have some kind of interaction again. Oh, I wasn't expecting that attack. So it's a living.
Well,
so they have
no,
a living.
Well, it just can't block. Like it.
but they had the living and
because they're gonna have 2. Well, yeah, they're gonna have 2 Island Walkers anyway, so it can't ever block.
And it's resolved.
Looks like it. Well, I guess they might have. Well, the Cascade resolved.
Oh, true.
So they will have Flare.
Yeah. Yeah, forgot how the Cascade works.
Yes. You can't really consign with 0 mana.
What do you mean?
Shocking, I know.
And there's the Force.
You can if you cheat.
It's a paper-only move.
Yes. So they pitched the second Lord. Or the Lord we probably knew about.
So if
there's a lot of less damage now. Now the Endurance attack feels a little worse.
Well, you still have the Shardless Agent to block the...
Which is actually... Well, it's not going to trade anymore, no.
Yeah, it's still... Well, if they have another Lord, they're just going to die.
Oh, yeah.
So the game just ends here.
Yes.
But
so they had 3 Lords.
Yeah. But yeah, first round we saw how it's fair deck against the combo deck, and it just ends. The fair deck loses. We expect that. Then it's a combo deck against Merfolks, and then Merfolk just massacred the combo deck, and that's what we expected.
It is very surprising when the fair deck plays blue that it also has interaction.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of see actually what they sideboarded. It looks like the Dispute and second Borrower. Makes sense. We saw the Breaker too. I assume the second...
No, we don't actually.
No, we don't anymore. Well, still. Well, I assume it also was the second... What's it called? Second Dispute.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And we saw the Breaker, so it'll be 4 cards.
Yeah.
I assume 4 forces go out at least.
Yeah.
One of any card.
Could be Flare, could be the random cycle creature, could be 1 Endurance. There's like 1 million possibilities at this point.
Yep.
I love to press the enemy in the main deck.
Se on, jos sulla jää se living endi käteen, niin se on hyvä.